So how much do you have in your bank account?
I could show you. 245 million bolivares.
Do you see this line of cars? They're waiting to put on gas. To do that, you could wait for 3 days for your turn. People park here and come back the next day. In which country? In Venezuela. The country with the largest oil reserve in the world, but what's the reason?
This dynamic capital city.
Oil.
Venezuela's oil capital.
Look at this money. It's more than 82 million bolivars, the local currency. You should carry them in a bag if you want to buy something. But what can you buy with them? A car? No, just a cup of coffee.
2 million bolivars for a cup of coffee.
To get some coffee, because they printed more money. If everyone had money, it loses its value. It's the country with the highest inflation in the world.
Highest inflation in the world.
More than Zimbabwe or Lebanon, unfortunately. That is getting close to this. You can only withdraw $1 a week from the bank, and the minimum wage is $3 a month.
Está en juego la vida de Venezuela.
Currency crisis.
Venezuela went through a crisis not seen in other countries. It used to be the richest in the area and the most civilized until the capital Caracas became one of the most dangerous in the world. With the highest crime rate in the world, it has a neighborhood not even the police enter it. It's called Petare. Slums here are more dangerous than in Brazil and Mexico, to the extent where people didn't stop at red light and the police didn't say a word because most of the killing and kidnapping happens when people stop at red lights.
Para todo el pueblo es mi cantar. Al pueblo venezolano. Para todo el pueblo es mi cantar. Traigo este verso preñado. Para todo el pueblo es mi cantar. Preñado de nota venezolana. Para todo el pueblo es mi cantar.
Today we went from Cancun in Mexico to Caracas, the capital. Only 4 countries in the world have flights to Venezuela, a country with the highest oil reserve in the world. Not a manufacturer of it, but the highest reserve in the world. More than Saudi Arabia and Russia. Can you believe this country? In spite of this, they don't have fuel. They buy it from others. They sell oil in exchange for fuel because they can't refine it. Today we went to Venezuela to show a picture that's closer to reality and see what's going on there exactly.
I'm Arab.
You're Arab?
I'm Arab. Venezuela. Hello and welcome in Caracas.
There are more than 240,000 Arab immigrants in this country, which faced what Lebanon is facing today. When I asked you on Instagram about Venezuela, this was your knowledge about it. From the top to the bottom and standing up again. I prepared myself for a large amount of dollars because the currency there, the country with the most problems with currency. I don't know what to expect, but what I understand is there's no ATM there, there's no local currency you can use. You need to have a lot of cash in hand, dollars. It's like gold there, of the highest value.
Well, officially welcome to Caracas.
Okay, we arrived at Caracas, at Emmanuel's. This guy has Arab origins.
Your roots is Arabic, right?
Yeah.
20 years ago, this country was the richest and the most developed country in South America, with a lot of resources and the highest oil reserve in the world.
Presents some of the most beautiful architecture in Latin.
But President Chavez came and destroyed the country on a long term. Ending production and manufacturing and total dependence on oil, there was no more private sector. It was all taken by the government to gain the support of poor people and gave them money so that they vote for him again.
He enjoyed public appearances. Moreover,
Chavez gets sick.
When he died in 2013, Nicolas Maduro came, the current president. With his bad luck, oil prices plummeted because the country only relies on oil. When that happened, the country fell. And in 2017, power was cut in the whole country. Listen to our friend as he tells us about it.
I came here in 2004 from Syria, from Aleppo. In 2017, went through a tough situation. Power was cut from all Venezuela almost. It went through a long darkness.
2018, we have 1 month without light.
The blackout.
Electricity, yes.
The blackout, yeah.
What is
The
a blackout means?
All the country, the lights go down.
And you guys have oil?
This is like The Walking Dead.
You were with your friends?
We were at home with the boys.
Power was cut in the whole country?
All of it.
How many days?
Almost a week.
More than a week?
I mean, the whole country stopped completely. You see everyone sitting down on the floor trying to charge their phones. It was total darkness, I mean. This caused depression for people. And thank God, Venezuela is getting back slowly.
I'll try to explain more. What's happening here? Let's start with the currency.
No te lo había comentado porque no quería humillarte. Basta de tantas mentiras, él también sintió mi carne. Lo que es igual nunca es trampa.
Amazing. Thank you for having me, man, in Venezuela.
No, thank you for visiting Venezuela,
In
man.
Caracas.
Let's explore. Grab one arepa. And then we fill it. Here we have eggs, scrambled eggs. And in here we have sausage, but this is not for you. Yeah, this is typical Venezuelan cheese. In here, let me show you. We have these bills.
How many million is here?
60 or 70 million. Because we have a lot of these ones, of 1 million. But just to imagine, this 70 million is only like $20.
You can buy car?
No, man. you barely can go to a fancy restaurant. Barely. The economy in Venezuela is pretty damaged now.
Complicated.
It's super complicated. We have been passing through inflation. In the past 20 years, the government has took away 8 zeros of the coin. Zeros.
Trillions.
Yeah, no, more like, I don't know, quadrillions, so I don't know the pronunciation of.
Look at the amount in the ATM. You can withdraw, but only $2.
2 million.
And 2 million equals only $1. Imagine that in the ATM, you can only withdraw $1. Less than $1 even, a day. So she tried to withdraw just now about 2 million and the ATM was empty. It doesn't have 2 million and no dollars because of this. When you come here, you won't be able to withdraw money. You have to bring money with you or else you'll suffer. And the high-class people use banks in the US. They don't open them here. She has a card. She told me she hasn't used it in 4 years. Now she came for the video, okay? And she can get a maximum of less than $1, which is 2 million. Abandoned because the currency has no value. Look at how banks are closed.
So you have account in America?
Yes, and mostly of the bank here are useless.
They all have bank accounts in the US and transfer to each other. Nobody uses the local currency here. Look at this restaurant we went to. Now we're in the restaurant and the check came $95. How's he gonna pay? He has a bank account in the US and the owner has one as well, so he transfers money to him directly by phone. All restaurants are like this. Imagine they don't use banks here.
With an application that it's called Self. And most of the banks in USA have this application.
Wow.
Crazy.
They all have accounts in the US. They transfer to each other. Or cash? How do they bring it here? How does dollar get here? It's through the black market. It transfers to the merchant, currency merchant in the black market. They transfer to him in the US account and he gives them cash in dollars. When I ask her about the bank, she says it's useless. Right now we entered a store to buy shorts for the next trip. How much is it?
$25 and Bolivarian.
¿Cuántos bolívares son?
Bolivars.
When I asked her how much in Bolivar, she said she doesn't know. Because everything's in dollars here. You will pay with the local currency. 82 million. Wow. When you pay in dollars, they can't give you change. So imagine that a small dollar bill is worth more than a larger bill. For instance, if you have $1, this bill, $1 bill, sometimes it's worth more than 10. It's really hard to understand. Why? Because when you buy from one of these stores and pay them in dollars, $10 for example, and the seller doesn't have change to return, the customer leaves saying if you don't have change, how will you return it? So this is one of the things you don't see anywhere else.
The 10 and the 5 and the 1 is very important because we don't have a ATM. We don't have ATM to take money.
It's worth a lot to the fight.
Yeah, they are really difficult to find here. So
5, 10 and 1.
Look, because there's no cash, he gives a tip to the valet and gives him the number and he transfers directly to him, $2.
Because local banks don't work, people are using foreign bank accounts to make transactions between each other. So if I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna transfer to his bank account in the US from my bank account in the US. Now, if I wanna buy something in the supermarket, I'm gonna pay to the owner of the supermarket directly.
There is people that go into your business and you charge $3 and they pay you with 5. And you don't have to, they will leave, so you will lose your sale.
So how much do you have in your bank account?
I could show you. 245 million bolivares.
So you can travel the world.
If these were dollars, of course. Less than $80. It's like $75 right now. It depends of the exchange on the day.
So the exchange rate is changing every day.
Every day.
Who changes it? The government?
Yeah, but both. You know, there is two
the black
rates.
market?
Yeah, black market that is decided by an Instagram account, literally, and the government in their official website.
So for example, you have money now, tomorrow is gonna be value different.
Yeah, exactly. In bolivares, exactly.
Bolivares.
In the name of Allah. Where to? To get some coffee. These are our days in Caracas.
¡Bienvenidos a Venezuela!
Pero le ha entendido todo.
Gracias. What is this?
Chicha.
Chicha? Is it chicha? Is smoking chicha?
No, chicha.
Is it traditional?
It's traditional.
Very famous. Street.
Very famous. Street food.
Look, this is a very famous street food here on the streets. Cinnamon with milk. Shisha, now we'll have...
Chicha.
No shisha.
We drink like this?
Yeah, drink like that.
I mean, maybe it will. It's good.
So good.
It's rice with milk and sugar. With weird stuff, with cinnamon. Cinnamon taste is very strong.
Wow.
They say walking in the streets is very dangerous. This city is the most dangerous in the world, but we didn't go to the poor areas yet. This area is a middle class. I am trying to film here, but carefully. Crime rate is very high. However, the problem here, not being afraid of being robbed, no, but getting kidnapped. They kidnap and then they demand ransom. And you saw there is the Palestinian flag displayed and an Algerian figure, a leader. Okay, right now where are we? We're in the central. You see this area? Right here. This is Simón Bolívar. He's the most famous person in the whole area, not only in Venezuela, but also in the countries surrounding Venezuela, like Colombia and Peru. Because he's a hero, he freed the whole area from the Spaniards back in the day. He's so much of a hero that this country changed their name to be the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. And the currency is named after Bolivar. Everything changed. Though he died in Colombia, they brought his body here. You see him right behind me? This leader that freed them from Spain. There was the Greater Colombia, they were all Colombia, and he freed Peru and other countries in South America. So, he's a hero.
Yeah, everything is called Bolivar here because he was like the most important figure in Venezuelan history.
Boulevard.
Yeah.
And Venezuela used to be among the richest countries in South America, and it used to be the most civilized. People used to immigrate from Europe and Arab countries to here. But everything's changed. Why is it called Venezuela? Because Venice came from Venice, the one in Italy. His legacy till now. Okay, you have to know that Chavez, he eliminated the private sector. When he eliminated that and businesses and trade and exporting to other countries, they used to be famous for cacao and stopped exporting coffee. And aside from that, he said, I'll take money from the rich and give it to the poor. His speeches were such. How did he win elections and poor people love him? Because he was just. But he played with their emotions, so here the poor fight the rich. There's crime because of his speeches. He was a good speaker, had a great charisma, speaks a lot with people and speaks to them for hours on live streaming. He talks with his people. Imagine what a leader he was. This area, you see, this central here, this whole area he came and took it. Like, okay, Hilton Hotel, it's foreign, take it. Give it to the government. Takes everything here, and it's well known in Venezuela. There are old videos that went viral in Spanish. How he used to enter a building. What's this building? For example, there's a big tower. For example, in Dubai, a big tower. He gets in and says, this tower is mine, for the government. It's poor management. I think it is. They didn't manage it well, and maybe the US had a part to play, but a small one. However, bad management is the reason. The US sanctions them because they're next to it. And it poses a threat because they're allies with Iran, Russia, China. All these buildings were taken by Chavez, took the private sector, but now they're back. So this is how the country was being destroyed with the end of the private sector, the end of companies. Why were there a crisis in the basics of life, the supplies? A lot of videos went viral in 2017 of people eating from trash. The country set prices for products, and all products were imported. So shop owners hid the merchandise and stopped selling to avoid loss. You see, this is for 9 million. 9 million to buy potatoes. And they have shortage. You'll always notice shortage, despite being a middle-class supermarket. Look at this, look at the shortage. All products are imported because he stopped production and relied on oil, and that's a big mistake.
Nowadays, all products are mostly imported from another country.
This is all imported?
This is a vegetable shop. This shop, for example, doesn't accept cash. They have to use a debit card. Doesn't have an account in the US because it's a small shop, unfortunately. So she has an account here in bolivars, but receives small amounts. 5 million, 10 million, $10, $5, not more.
And if the bill is $22, some people pay $20 in dollar cash and $2 in machine. In bolívares, 3,300,000
for $1.
For $1.
Check out this shop, for example. It feels like in Europe here. This place is for the rich. Everything is available. So there is a huge difference in social classes.
More than 3,000 products.
Imported.
Yes, imported.
But now they say it's gotten a little better. The currency is a little stable, not like before because they printed more bills with fewer zeros. Instead of 1 trillion, there's 1 million. They took off some zeros.
Mira mi pana.
In Chavez's presidency, he gave money to the poor as food, metro for free, houses for free, even fuels for free. Until now it is, with monthly aids. Thanks, my friend.
Biggest fan.
Even now, the country is following his footsteps. The lowest salary is $3, sometimes $1. $3 a month, can you imagine? But they say the government gives food for free for people to live monthly and gives them fuel for free, metro also.
People here survive with $3 a month, but the government gives them a lot of bonus, like the box of food.
Free.
And the metro is free, so people don't say anything, just live.
But I think it's also like, okay, people make that minimum wage, but they also make money in other ways.
You said some people working with the $1?
Yes, at the metro.
So $1 is worth a lot here, huh?
No.
It's better smile than be sad.
How
why
about people
every-
who left the country?
That's what
I think it's 5
I want
million,
to say.
5 million, 6 million people.
I don't know the numbers actually.
But a lot of people are coming back
Exactly.
to invest as well.
Things getting better, huh?
Age of their cars is 2007, 2008, 2009.
Why? There is no 2018?
Here, all the companies left.
A lot of companies got scared because Chavez was making a lot of threats to the private entities. So then they decided to leave.
So now there is no Toyota.
No, the Toyota, Mercedes left, but somehow new cars are coming to the country.
Yes.
How about your car?
My car is 2007.
They all left. No companies left here. And it's all because of what Chavez did. This whole line of cars are at the gas station. This right here, look. More than 150 cars are waiting here because they have shortage here, in the middle of the city. And the reason is, just like I told you, they have no production. They don't refine the crude oil. They don't turn it to fuel. So look at the crisis here. Despite being for free, you don't pay. You come here, you have the right to do it for free. Despite being the country with the largest oil reserve, they bring fuel from abroad. Look, this whole line is also for the gas station. More than 100 cars are parked here because fuel on this station is free, not like the international price. They give tickets. You see that? They give tickets for each car in the queue.
200 car waiting for the gas station.
Or maybe more, I think more.
It's 8
See the
hours.
line right now, and the bomb it's not even closed right now. It could be like 10 hours a day.
They give Iran the oil, and in exchange, they take fuel instead of turning oil to fuel by themselves. We went to the metro, which was a modern metro back in the day when they built it.
Free?
Free.
Really?
Welcome.
Look, it's free. It was the first of its kind and the most recent, the best in South America. Now it's badly maintained. And it's scary. It became really dangerous for some people. That's why we hid the camera and used the phone to film. This is the weirdest in the world because there's no display to tell you when it's coming and where you'll go. There's no display of any kind. So how are the Arabs and Muslims in Venezuela? To know, we had to visit a mosque which is the second biggest in the Americas.
حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة.
Hi, hello, there's another Arab guy here.
Hi, pleased to meet you.
Your father's Lebanese?
Yeah, he is.
Your mother's from here?
Venezuela, yeah.
How long have you been living here?
This is my 3rd year. I mean the 4th.
Your 4th year?
Yeah, my 4th year.
Where were you before?
I was in Panama.
Which one is better, here or Panama?
Venezuela is so beautiful.
You speak Egyptian well?
It's good. Graduate of the Islamic Sharia faculty in Medina. Mosque of Sheikh Ibrahim ibn Abdulaziz al-Ibrahim in Caracas. This mosque was founded in 1993. A monument in the city of Caracas.
Bienvenidos aquí en Caracas.
There's a train underground?
Yeah, the train of Caracas passes right beneath the mosque.
A train under the mosque?
Yeah, the metro. It was inaugurated in the 80s, the most developed in South America.
Wow.
Now we're at McDonald's. This one, as you know, McDonald's itself has left this place. So they stopped selling with McDonald's standards. It's very strange.
All the products are imported.
From outside.
Yes.
And they don't sell French fries, they sell other things.
Yuca.
Yuca.
Yuca frita.
This yuca is like a substitute.
Alternative of potato.
Yeah,
Because potato is very expensive.
now they sell French fries.
They have now.
They have now.
We can try French fries and yuca.
You know how they're enemies with the US. Imagine that. Now McDonald's is open here. The company is left. I mean, they're gone.
No, they don't make here. They buy for...
That's why it's expensive.
Yes.
He said it's expensive because everything is important, like potatoes and Pepsi cans. They import it all. You know that I paid 29 million? I told her you took all my money. Nothing's left, 29 million.
29 million, huh?
I don't know how much in dollars, but I used my credit card because you can't pay cash. So 29 million bolivars. My bank will be shocked. Okay, food has arrived and we'll try McDonald's for the first time in Venezuela. Everyone's talking about it. We'd like to see this potato that they bring from Argentina. Before, they didn't have any.
I give like a 5.
See the burger?
You can say I'm disappointed.
It's fine. It's not really good.
5 years ago, we can walk on the street with your cell phone, also in your car.
You cannot.
No, you cannot.
I mean, when you see two people on a motorcycle and the one in the back is not wearing a helmet, know that they came to rob you. Why? Because the one in the back has a 360 view to be able to look and see all the cars. They go next to the car, break the window, take everything, but they say it's better now. We didn't go to the slums yet. That will be a separate episode. Next episode.
All I wanted was to make the right decision. Saw the shore when no one else could understand.